Hold on, sorry. Is that a little better? Yeah. Sweet. All right, welcome to the February TAP Talk. Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Susan Slavsky. I am an ecologist, and then I'm also the program coordinator for 500 Women Scientists Corvallis. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, 500 Women Scientists is an international organization. Corvallis Pod is to make science open, inclusive, and accessible by bridging divisions and building collective power. One of the ways that we try to meet our mission is by hosting these TAP Talks, which are presentations on science and society by women and gender minorities. Thank you. This year, so every year we have a theme for our TAP Talks, and this year's theme is Win-Win Solutions, something we all desperately need. So, and then the first talk of this season is going to be Kira Mudd, and she is going to be speaking and hosting this Better World Writing Workshop. And again, the idea of this workshop is to help you all learn how to use your voices to make a compelling argument and advocate for change. And so, Kira Mudd, who has 16 years of teaching language arts, and it's 10 in the Corvallis School District. She is going to be the speaker, so let's give her a warm welcome. Here is Kira Mudd.
I'm Kira Mudd, and I'm a current teacher at Crescent Valley High School. And I taught at Linus Pauling, and I taught in Alaska, and I've taught grades 6 through 11, primarily English language arts, but a lot of creative writing in there. And one of the main focuses tonight is we're all going to become confident in our voices. Right now especially, we need to use our voices. And so we're going to be doing some activities that I do with my students, especially considering not really knowing the different inabilities tonight. I kind of tried to choose something right in the middle, but we're going to walk away with a poem. We're going to walk away with some positive feedback. There we go. So our agenda today, we're going to do a little drawing, and it's going to be kind of hard, and that's okay. We're going to be thinking completely out of the box tonight, and you're going to be great at it. We're going to do a treasure chest activity. Our main poem is an emotion metaphor poem, and I'm going to walk you through it. And then lastly, if you want, we have postcards and addresses, and I'm going to encourage you while you're in your fields and while you're in your power to write to the people in power of the things that are on top for you. Okay. So a little bit why writing matters to me. Mental health. About a year ago, last October, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So from the age of 16 to 41, I was just kind of out in life, trying to figure that out all by myself. When I was 17, my high school English teacher gave me a journal, and I started just writing. Right? I had to get it out of my head. I didn't know who I could talk to. It was the year 2000. Mental health just wasn't available for me. And I continue to do that now. And it's just a great release. Like, we have all the things in our head, and if you leave it in there, it's gonna fester. Like, you have to get it out. So when I felt like I might not have anyone to talk to, my notebook was listening. And even if I never looked back at it, like, it got out, I felt better, I could take a breath. Finding your voice. Even though I wrote nearly every day, I still didn't feel like I was a writer. I didn't feel confident. Even now, teaching for 16 years, I get imposter syndrome every once in a while. But I just kept believing in myself. And so one of the things that I teach my students is to find your voice. They come into my writing class, and in middle school, you get put wherever there's room for you. So I had about half of the kids in my creative writing class who really wanted to be there, and the other half who were there because someone made them be. And that is not a great environment for a creative writing class. But I just kind of decided, if you're gonna be with me for 45 minutes every day, you're not gonna hate this period. You're gonna walk out of here feeling good. And so we all found our voices. And one of the ways that I did that is what we're gonna practice today. Just building confidence, realizing that we're perfect the way we are, and that we're powerful exactly who we are. And then lastly, the human experience. And this will come up on another slide, but I always tell youth, and I tell other people, the only thing that you need to be a writer is to be a human. You feel, you experience life. Like, there is no right or wrong way to write. And as long as you are having a human experience, you're able to write it. Okay, here are some things we're not gonna do. So tonight is gonna be very positive. We are going to, there is plenty of negativity in the world right now. We don't need that tonight. We are going to just positive, positive, positive. Here's what we're not going to worry about. And I do this with my students. I don't care how you spell. Say it anyway. Write it anyway. We don't care about grammar. We're just going to write it anyway. It's just about our words and our voices. We are not going to compare ourselves. And that, I think, is the most important part. So many of my students, I'm not a writer. I can't do this. And it's because, I can't do this because I don't think I'm as good as those people. So tonight when we're writing, I would just like you to make an internal promise to me. You're not going to worry about the person next to you. You're not going to think that you can't do it because someone chose a better word than you. You're gonna just believe in yourself. And we're not gonna worry about saying the right thing. Writer's block. So many students, I just don't know what to write. And then I have a conversation with them. Why don't you just put all of the things you just said on paper? Oh, because you can come back to it later. You can fix it up the way you want to, but you just gotta get it out of your head. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna do a little drawing, and then I will explain why I'm making you do this. First thing we're gonna draw, and I gave you a little space on your paper, but you can also use the back of your paper. And I am not gonna give you a lot of explanation. I just want you to draw what bad looks like. Go. What does bad look like? For what? How long? Maybe like 2 minutes.
No, that's their table now.
Yeah. 43 seconds. Just kidding. Pork and cheese. I'll come back with the cheese in a minute. I drew. Sorry.
Can confirm. You drew.
All right, we have about 30 seconds. It is okay if you're not done. You're just gonna 30 seconds. You need to finish final touches. This is your time. Okay, I want you to pause, and this might be a little weird if you don't know the people around you, but that is okay because we're confident tonight. We know that we're all here for the same reason, but I really want you to find someone close to you, and I want you to share what you drew for bad. Just a quick kind of 30 seconds.
I drew what forms in my brain when I close my eyes and think back.
Sweet. Love it.
So it feels very dark. It feels like chaotic, bad, zappy static. And that's my visualization of that.
I love that. That is so accurate.
That's affirming to hear. Thank you.
Yeah. I was running around, and so in the last second I wasn't sure, but it's me at the expense of everything else.
I like that a lot. I like the little art.
If you can hear me, how many people had exactly the same thing as the person next to you? How many people shared with their partner and their partner drew exactly what you meant by the word bad? Nobody. Okay. We're going to try it one more time, and this time we're going to do the word beautiful. And we're just going to take 2 minutes. Same thing. Beautiful. Draw beautiful.
This is the last one.
Yeah. This is the last drawing piece, so you can take up as much space as you have left.
Yeah, no, it's turning on and off. I just really need it on for that reason.
Yeah, I'll just set it there.
Yeah.
Because you buy all of them.
I'm trying so hard not to shake anything. Darn near, yes.
If it dies, do you want to just like, can you record on your phone? Okay. And then I can just edit it.
I have a, what is it, an iPhone? Mm-hmm. I have a, I think I do. It's the 13, the like little itty bitty one.
You have 30 seconds here. Sorry, I'm gonna relax. I won't do that anymore. Alright, you have about 15 seconds.
I have an 11. I don't know if that's...
Okay, time. And I promise there's a reason. I promise there's a reason why I'm asking you to do this. If you're comfortable, I would really love it if you shared with someone different. Someone different than the person right beside you or who you shared with yesterday. Last time.
It's plugged into this thing?
Just take a minute. See if you had the exact same idea of what beautiful is.
Oh, we don't need this. So if you want to unplug the... I drew a flower. We can just talk again.
Okay. And so again, I'm
I
guessing.
drew a tree.
And then I'm trying to see a tree at that.
Oh, thank you. It's my 2-minute tree.
Nice, and I do the shading. So just like nature things are happening.
So
I interpret.
Okay, we're gonna come back
more
together.
than nature, it's something about bigness.
I'm guessing that again, the person that you shared with did not describe beautiful exactly how you saw it in your
I
head.
like that.
And what I'm going to try to talk about with that is showing versus telling. So my students, right, they'll say, oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, how do we make that, how can we describe that better? I'm like, you can't. It's beautiful. But we need to be able to really show people what we mean. When we use our voice and we're confident, we want to show our readers exactly what kind of bad, exactly what kind of beautiful. So what we're going to be practicing tonight is showing versus telling. So not just telling me the verdict, but show me the evidence. Make me believe what you want me to see. And I've got some examples down here. So this one's a little cut off. We're going to start with sad. So instead of saying sad, you're going to show me, what does that look like? Her shoulders slumped an inch lower with every tick of the clock. Instead of saying what we want to see versus just scared, tired, beautiful. Okay. So we're going to try our next activity. And in this next activity, it's on the right side. It's called Treasure Box. And we're going to be thinking about our 5 senses. And we're going to be thinking about how can we show what we're thinking in our head versus just telling somebody about it. All right. So I want you to imagine a treasure box. And inside your treasure box, you have a fantastic memory. Or actually, you have a vivid memory. It doesn't have to be good. And I put a couple ideas up here. You can absolutely use your own, but you can also use mine. So thinking about something intangible, a Friday night. Pizza, I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to do dishes. That feeling, the week is over. I have the weekend. I'm with my family. Caught in a rainstorm. Moving into a new home. A Sunday morning. A Christmas day. And again, so with my students, I always give examples because sometimes it's really hard to just instantly remember a memory like that. So I'm going to really encourage you to use these. If you don't, just kind of save us from some writer's block. So on our right side, I have all 5 senses, and I want you to just take a minute. We'll take about, maybe 7 minutes, and see what you come up with. Help me to see exactly what's in your treasure box. You're not going to be able to access this memory unless you can describe it to us. And then, right, the theory is, once you describe it, you'll be able to open your treasure box.
Pick one thing.
Yeah, just pick one. Just pick one.
But not necessarily one of these. You can come up with your own.
Any special thing.
Yeah. Use my examples if you want. Use one of mine if you want. But if you have your own, use your own. And yeah, just try to do one. And try to do all 5 senses for this one intangible memory.
Trip to some river. Yeah. Okay. Like all of these I already did.
You're incredible.
You know.
We should put you in every classroom.
Yeah, like if you two just want to come hang out with me like every day.
I'm gonna go with Friday night. Do you think it should be a memory or it can be an idea or
Just an idea or like a theme.
okay, that's easier than one
Where they are.
After I talk about the next holiday, because then we're going to do the rough draft and we're going to read the final. I'm surprised when I
It's so nice. Am I gonna bother this recording by speaking?
but it's fine.
It's
So
the
sorry
commercial
those
break.
watching this.
Commercial break.
Okay, heard.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael.
I call him Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael has been subbing for Mrs. Sanctimon, and my students are not listening to him. I've had done so many like hard parts with him. Like, Ellie, you're the radio. You got this. You can do it. Be better. Lead by example. Be best. Exactly. Queen, step up. 30 seconds. So, Michael, were you an educator?
Okay,
Yes,
we're in
I
our
taught
last
history
30
for 10 years.
seconds. This is just a warm-up exercise, so it's okay if you didn't get
You're so
all
much
of your
braver.
senses.
15 years. So.
Okay. Very cool.
If you want to wrap up your idea,
Oh.
or give it a ...
I love that.
If you're not totally sure. Okay.
Everybody's supposed to write or only the senses and not what's in the treasure box. Okay.
You're describing what's in the treasure box.
But
I just wrote
don't
whole
write
words. Whole words.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to share with people again, right? Because the whole point is becoming confident, knowing that other people are gonna know the words that you put outside of your body. And when you share with them, try not to tell them what was in your treasure box. Share what you wrote, see if they can kind of think of what you came up with, and then of course you can tell them, but give the person that you're sharing with an opportunity to try to guess what is inside your treasure box. And we'll just take a couple minutes to do that.
Ponderosa pie.
I'd love to hear about your treasure.
You want to know what
Story in that.
Okay, so see
My kids loud and sing.
sun rays shine
The kindergarten song. Smell, wood, Peter Beer, Donna, bacon,
First
lotion,
bird song of the
And I laughed when I wrote blood because I got a blood. I'm so dry.
is
Burgers,
Daphne,
wine, coffee,
which is one of the very first flowers that bloom in spring, and it's super strong. Like you'll walk down the
It
street,
was!
and
You're
it will just
right.
hit you, and then you like turn the corner and find the bush. It's amazing. Taste clean cool water on a hot summer day, and feel joy, heart beating, and in anticipation.
It sounds like your treasure box is associated with like the first real day of
Friday
spring.
night. Yes.
There are a lot
Friday
of
night.
things associated
I
with
was so
the
stressed.
spring. It's actually a feeling and an event.
Oh, where are you going?
What would the first day of spring represent? Like if you were to assign a feeling as a place,
A new start after a dark winter of the soul. Am I close?
yeah. That's another way to describe what I think is the feeling. Yeah.
Mine is a very specific event. So for C, I wrote rain clouding the world beyond these rocks. For here, droning as drops merge into a single chorus. Smell is wet earth.
And then we're going.
I thought about taste for a long
Is the
time,
Bay or
and lots of different senses that weren't taste but felt like a taste came to me. So I wrote soft, warm, sad hope that eventually got me to the idea of like tasting water after a long day of being thirsty. And then the feelings are peace and freedom.
And so you're saying it's like a specific.
It's a
memory?
very specific to me memory.
Read this.
When I was
Yes.
21, I spent 8 months hitchhiking across the country. And on the first night, I got caught in a thunderstorm and ended up spending 2 or 3 days in this little cave in the middle of nowhere in Illinois. And this was that first night of that hitchhiking expedition.
And that was night in the cave, or that was a different night?
That was the first night in the cave. Yeah.
That is so awesome. And where was this in?
There's a little place called Cave in Red. It's been, at this point, almost 15 years, so I couldn't tell you exactly where, because I haven't been back since.
Sweet. I grew up in Illinois, near Chicago, so that's why I was wondering.
So you might know where Cave in Red is.
I kind of feel like that it's further south than like south, maybe south central. Yeah.
Cool.
But awesome. That's so cool. Mine was hope. That's what I was trying to describe.
I think you did a good job describing it.
Yeah. Well, because you did. You gave me. You didn't say the word hope, but the way that you described it back with the dark. Yep. Got it.
Cool.
a total aside. I once lived in a cave.
Same here right now.
It was in a mountain.
Okay, if you can hear my voice, we're gonna move towards our main activity. And also, thank you so much. Like, every single one of you is giving it, attempting it, and I just appreciate that so much. We're gonna do our final piece, and you'll have plenty of time to write it. I do wanna tell you, we're gonna be sharing your final piece with everyone. Everyone, or at least almost everyone, will get to see your writing. So what I always tell my students, don't censor yourself. Write it. If you feel it, write it. If we were in a classroom, I would tell you, if I feel that there was any unsafety, then I would write them, we would have a conversation. But other than that, like, do not hold back. I've seen the things, I've heard the things, I've felt the things. Don't ever hold back in writing.
And it's anonymous.
And it's anonymous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can make it anonymous to start. Okay. So we're going to take an emotion, and I have the emotion wheel up here next, so you can choose it. You don't have to think of it yourself. And we're going to do exactly what we just did, but we're going to do that with an emotion. So, example, jealousy is lava, burning its way through your veins. It's hearing runner up after you hurled your body over the finish line. Jealousy smells like lingering perfume. You weren't there to get the full scent. You have to accept the leftovers. It tastes like a bland dish of cheese pasta when your date ordered hearty marinara with spicy meatballs. It's the creamiest lotion on your skin, leaving a rash after it soaks it. So when you're writing this, I want you to try to move past just those couple words, right? Tell me what your emotion is. You can give me a color, but then make me feel that color. Right? Jealousy is lava. That's great. We can imagine that. But let's take it one step further. What does that color feel like? What is that color doing? How is that color, the emotion, affecting you and your body? Okay. I'm going to put the emotion wheel up. I realize that's very hard to read. If you have your phone, you can also just Google emotion wheel. You're going to get this as well. Or feel free to come up. And just like in my classroom, I'm going to encourage us to not use the middle. Those are, I call them boring words, but they just don't tell us much. And so when we're describing something, it's a lot harder to write this poem if you're using those middle words because they're so vague. If you go into the second circle, they're a little more detailed. And that's typically, in a middle school classroom, right? That's typically where they feel safe, like those words. But if you're feeling up to it, take it all the way to the third wheel. You can really find a specific description, a specific emotion. And like I said, right, what you feel comfortable with. We will leave, I like that idea, we'll leave our names off of it when we're sharing. That way you can feel safe and not, right, and be totally anonymous until you get it back. So on your paper, at the bottom, I gave you a little graphic organizer. And we're gonna take a little more time just because we're gonna put a little more into it. So I think we might go, well, what time is it? Does anybody have the time?
6:45.
Awesome. Let's do 10 minutes and then we'll see where we are.
Is it based off of this?
No, this is just like
You want to come up here so you can kind of see better.
just got used to the sea here, so I'm just
Yeah, that stage is really just in the way.
all of these.
Yeah.
He's in charge of. Yeah. Taking him out to get I've gotten through 3 of the senses so far. And it said see easy things, soft things, familiar things. Hear the sound of the ocean waves and crackling fire. And smell cinnamon and savory.
That made me feel like
Good. Thank you. Friday's coming. We talk about Friday. Revolutionary weekend.
it's been such a big week though, like I
Yes.
can't keep forgetting about it.
I was like, these 5-day weeks are
And the kids, like next week, I'm like, we're gonna have a 4-day week. After that, what? I'm like, I'm so happy to be the one to give you that gift. What'd you get? What's your emotion?
Hysterical.
Hysteria?
Hysterical. In a bad way.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
dig into it.
Here, can you have You want the screen up again?
Yeah, because we both were just writing and reading, so I guess something like we should do it more on the side.
I've been trying really hard with it, but just like sitting down and writing it out, letting them tell me, and I like.
We got 4.5 minutes left. You already found some big pictures yet? It is 6:51. So we have 4 minutes left, so it'll be 6:55.
Because then we're gonna write it and then we're gonna voice it. Yeah. And then I think we give up like 10 minutes. And then let me check. Do you think like 15 minutes is enough time for our like postcard?
I mean, it doesn't really meet any. I feel like people can just come down. You know what I mean? I mean, well, until.
Sometimes she would recommend it early.
Because I was thinking we've got about 4 minutes left for this.
Yeah.
And then I want to give like
But
10 more minutes for the passing and writing.
Yeah, yeah, development.
And then that'll give us about 10 minutes. And then they can go over
I think go over this too with them, right? That that's the idea of it.
students who might visit to
I don't know. I'm not trying to be. No. Yeah.
It's deeply cathartic.
Gathered it and then. True. Okay.
Just a quick time check-in. We have about 2 minutes left. I am going to give you final paper. So right now you're just kind of writing the roughest of rough drafts. And in about 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you how we're going to turn that into our final poem. And then that is when I'm also going to share with you how we're going to share it with everyone around us. Just about 2 more minutes.
Hear the bell ring right before you pass. Your desire to be in You're fine. Have you ever worked for the and you can smell
What's your emotion?
Hysterical. That's a good one.
Funny or bad?
Bad.
Okay.
That was me last night. I felt last.
Oh no. Tell me more.
I just figure all the stuff we talked about and all the things that I'm worried about. I talked about money, just like the hustle and like how to make money while you're doing this, and I should continue to make money because people make mistakes that we're not supposed to pay for that. Like you're supposed to be able to live and like what a privilege it is that you even get the chance to be like privilege, struggle.
That sounds big.
it's fine.
Yeah.
That sounds hard.
Yeah. Like,
You guys go on a little walk.
and it's gonna be it's just good. It's like what I want. I feel good about it. It's
Yeah.
just like, if it was just that, cool. But it's
Everything
and I
else.
told Peter, I was like, I'm in classes that I'm reading things that when I look up, there's something happening. And they're happening, and I'm like,
And we're talking about them in this weird clinical way.
you wrote about it. Why didn't you fix it? You did this. Why isn't it done?
You were writing about this in 1997. It was deeply prophetic and you did nothing.
Yes.
You wrote more.
So yeah, I hope you're right.
Yeah. I think we were feeling similar things. I wrote mine as grief.
I was hysterical. When I get angry, I cry. You see me. All right, it's time, Karen.
Okay. So, in just a minute, Amanda's going to come around and she's going to pass out your piece of paper. Poetry has no rules. You can write it however you want. You can make your lines as short or as long as you want. But we're going to try to put it right in the middle of our paper because you're going to get a lot of feedback all around your poem. So we want to try to put our poem directly in the middle, and then we want to try to save room, kind of like a border of blankness. Put your name if you feel